and our today's topic is multi-threading in Java. So, what is meant by multi-threading? So before going to multi-threading, we will have a quick look on what is meant by multi-processing. So actually, in Java, there are two methods there are two actually ways, that is two topics, that is multi-processing and multitasking, multi-processing and multi-threading. So first of all, we will see the difference between these two. So in multiprocessing, we are having actually the different processes. There are different processes which we are performing at a time. So by these two, we are achieving actually, that is multitasking. So what is meant by multitasking means at one time we are performing the different operations. So multiprocessing means, suppose we will look suppose we are doing different tasks at the same time, then it is, or different processes at the same time, at that time it is called as multiprocess. So what exactly it means is, suppose take an example that, suppose we are doing some work on let take an example that, suppose we are using a mobile phone, and on mobile we are playing songs, and at a time we are also browsing some stuff on Google. At the same time, we are at the background, there is downloading some file or some movie. At a time, we are also sending an Gmail to anyone. So these are the different processes. So these different processes we are doing at the same time. So that thing is called as multiprocessing. So what happens in multiprocessing? Multiprocessing is means their processes doesn't depend on one another. So we are performing a different methods at a different stages. So every each and every time when suppose we are switching from our Gmail account to our download section. So at that time, when we are switching, at that time, that task with what we are doing, it takes some frequent seconds of time for saving whatever we have done. So at that time, it requires time for that to save that thing. So this is happening in multiprocessing. So like this only, same, there is another concept of multi-threading. In multi-threading means, on the same one platform or one process, suppose take an example of one process, we are doing some kind of work on a single server or a single process, then it is called as multi-threading. So in multi-threading, what actually happens is, take an example that take a example of Gmail account. Suppose we are there are many users which are using Gmail account at the same time. At means their own time. There is not limit that at once only one or 10 users only can use the Gmail account. Like this not happens, because it is a big server. So at that time, what is happening in multi-threading is that that Gmail server just shares one single memory. In one single memory, each and everyone is performing, or each and everyone is using that common memory for doing their work or whatever, or whenever they are doing, they can do it. So in this way, uh, we require, so that's why it is called as light in weight. Multi-threading is called as light in weight, easy for operations, and it doesn't require time for saving or whatever we are doing, because we are not switching from one to another like we are what we are doing in multi-processing, we are not doing in multi-threading. So like this, in multi-threading, we are using in we are creating we are means doing one work at a single memory only. So that's why it is called as an light and weight. So what actually meant by multi-threading means, there are actually there are different means we are performing or doing different ways that we will see. So in Java, multi-threading is achieved by using a multi-thread, that is by means by constructors and by different methods in threads. In threads we can achieve that multi-threading. So Also by runnable interface, we are achieving a multi-threading by creating their object or runnable class. Extending the runnable class, we achieve multi-threading in Java. So we will see there are different lots of methods in multi-threading. So why this multi-threading? We will see some of the methods, that is get set name, get name. These are the methods. Then again there is another methods like start method. Then again there is notify all method. So there are lots of methods, and by using constructor, also there is a run method. Then there are lots of methods in multi-threading, by which we are by using extending a thread class, we are having an having or we can achieve an multi-threading in Java. So why Java has been provided extra interface, extra interface for extra interface for runnable. So this question arises when we are having then extending thread class, we can achieve an multi-threading. Then why this runnable interface has been provided? So the reason behind this is when we are performing some operations, we cannot implement means multiple inheritance by class. This is not accepting in Java. So that's why they have been provided an runnable interface in Java. So like this we can achieve an multiple means at multiple multiple tasks we can perform by using this runnable interface. So that's why this runnable interface has been provided in Java. So we will look some states of an object when it is creating from creation till destruction. So we will see the states. So actually basically there are four states in which our from object creation to dead state it is going in multi-threading. So first state is, that is new state. So actually what happens in new state, in new state, it is used to just create an object. Suppose we have created one object, then primarily it is in new state. New state means just we have them as a name given them as a name. Then suppose we are creating just an object of our class xyz class, then it is called as it is in new state. Then again the next state is runnable class. In runnable class, what is actually happening is, means in runnable class the process what whichever means its memory allocation, then the creation of object, then the variable saving of that variable name in that memory, allocating the memory for that thing, creating name for that, creating an id for that. This all process is happening in this runnable state. So means in runnable state, that actually what object we have created, that is getting some kind of, means it is getting a proper id or proper information what it has to be done. Then again the next one is run. That during this stage the our execution of program is has been developed or done. This is a run state. At this runnable state, when it's created its name, its whatever its memory allocation, then it gives it to the run state, and then the run state takes the forward and executes it. And then again the last one is in uh, dead state. In dead state, actually the object what we have created, once it is been executed, then it is killed. This is called as dead state of an object. That state of an object. So this is the states. Then again there is other different states, that is waiting state, block state. So block state. So what these states are actually, suppose we are having n number of objects while we are doing our work. So at that time the priorities are not fixed of that object. So due to which some objects are running and some objects are waiting. So for that sake, this waiting state or block state, some suppose some are having some problem, so at that time that will go into that block state or waiting state for a user to means waiting state. At that time it doesn't kill directly, it goes in waiting state. When we clear that, when we clear its whatever it is having difficulties, at that time it again resumes from where it has been gone to waiting state, then again it resumes from there. So suppose we are having then two objects we have created of our class. So at that time we are having, suppose we have created one n1 object and the another one is an n2 object. Suppose then we cannot predict that which object will execute first or which one will get priority first for the execution. That is not dependent on our or how we are creating or what we think. That actually JVM doesn't know. So that is depending all about on operating system, which operating system we are using. That is depend on that thing. And again, in that actually there are lots of operating systems. So as per the operating system, this execution will happen, and the priorities will be fixed on the basis, and the priorities are not fixed actually, it changes again and again. So this we can check the priorities by using our get priority method. So like this, from get priority method or get name method or set priority method, we can set or get the priorities, but we can't predict that it will result in same only or how we are thinking. Just we are giving the hint to our JVM that we are giving the priorities like this, and the priorities actually are ranges from 1 to 10. In 1 to 10 we have to give them. So the minimum priority is been 1 and the max priority is has been 10. And as there is an average priority, that is the 5 is an average priority. So like this, these are the priorities, but just we are giving hint to the our while creating or while giving priorities, but the result will not same as always, it will differ as per our operating system. It will change always, it will shuffle the priorities uh, during every each and every execution of our program. So this is all about multi-threading. So